One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. What's going down? Uh, we waiting on my man G Nice to pop up. I got a few guests that's gonna pop up here in a minute, and so as I'm waiting on them, you know what I'm forgetting. I kept on wondering like, why is my light so dark? Because of this. There it is. Okay, okay. So let's do this. Let's get a little bit back over here. Okay. What's going down, y'all? What is going down? Sunday, Bare Truth. We in the building. Give me a minute. I got my mic working this time though. So yeah, while I'm waiting on my guest, G Nice probably had to pop out and come back up under a different browser. But while we waiting on the guests and stuff to pull up, I got a few ladies that's supposed to join the panel, at least like two. If it's anybody else, let me check out my chats real quick. If it's anybody else that really feel like once we get to talking about this, you got something that you want to say, um, come on and pop up. What's up, little bro? It's my little brother, LG, LB, LBZ. Yeah, LBZ gonna be at that hip hop party too. By the way, the '80s and the '90s party, December 24th. It's gonna jump off. Um, LB is gonna be there with the video. You know what I mean? So love, little bro. He gonna pop up with that video camera, and we're gonna try to blog it. We might try to go live. I don't know how we're gonna do it, or we might just cut a video, edit it, and then just put it out. First of all, turn up for Christ or burn up for life. But listen to this. If y'all seen the pics of the cowboy suit, um, shout out to my BM Venice. It was her birthday yesterday. She turned the big 50, the milestone. And so that's a golden birthday party. And she threw I want to say what was it? It was a cowboy themed party. What's up, big dog? Motor on deck, Jess on deck, Yo on deck, little brother LBZ is on deck. Yeah. So she said, LB, you straight? You know Jess, LB? I don't know, man. Everybody around here might know somebody that knows somebody. You know what I mean? It's crazy how we might be linked all into each other. But listen, so that's what the cowboy fit was about yesterday. The cowboy boots and the cowboy hat was her birthday party. She turned 50, and so they invited me to come out. Nubia, I want my Texas Roadhouse gift certificate. So I'm putting that on the record, out on camera, throw you on blast. Don't ever try to keep that. But yeah, the milestone 50. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Yeah, but listen, that's what they online and they talking. He said she was out there when the police was messing with me. Listen, when I talk about Jess, listen, Jess and them about that smoke with the police, about the marching and the protesting and all that. You dig what I'm saying? That's how I met her. Protesting for the building that burnt down. Yeah. So that's cool that y'all know each other. And the birthday party, it was dope. And man, we had a real good time at the end too. They did something like I was talking about doing, like follow the DJ, and he had everybody meet each other up in like a square. And what you had to do, he called out a dance and he played a song. And then what he did is you had to do this dance. He called out the dance, he played a song, and then if you didn't know how to do the dance, they had like a little gun and they'd shoot you and you out, and then you got to be the next judge. And then the last two people, they have to battle it off. And man, I should have got it. Jeremy and some lady that I think Venice might work with, man, they battled and it went down. And Jeremy, he got the jamming on her. He took her cowboy hat off and threw it on the ground. So she got mad and she kicked her own cowboy hat. And next thing you know, she just started pumping and doing the butt. And then this is a white lady, right? And so she probably every bit of like maybe late 40s or early 50s. I don't know. I don't want to play with nobody age, but man, she was dope and she went crazy. So she won a $50 on that. And so, but you're talking about a party, man. Her mom threw down with so much like food, man. So it was like shrimp all over the place, all kind of like hot wings, little stuff like that. So that's what that was about yesterday. The cowboy boots and the cowboy hat, supporting her for the 50th birthday. I'm still trying to figure out because next year I'm gonna have to do that thing too. I don't know if I'm gonna do a party or if I'm just gonna get out of here and just do something like Dolo. So shout out to Shalon, my BM for her birthday party. And listen, here we come. November the 24th, we got two parties going on. I just hollered at my man Doc G. Doc G, them wings were so fire. I bought some wings from the fundraiser like Friday night when he was like, "We're gonna be selling wings up until like 1 o'clock." Oh, thank you, cuz. Yo said you looked it nice, cuz. Right on. I try to do what I can do when I can do it. You dig what I'm saying? But you know me, I love cowboy boots anyway. So that was right up my alley. Just to, gave me a reason to go buy some more. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah. But so listen. Uh check out them fundraisers. Doc G and them really threw down at the Positive Brothers United, that little building that they got, kind of like right down the street from where Maple Ridge is at. I pulled up over there, man, at about 11:30 at night and got me like a couple of wings and some fries. I'm talking about, bro. It was man, listen, it was fire. And then they was in there playing spades, and it was cool. It was a nice like little setup, man. And I got a chance to see where he do the little thing for the young guys, the little kids, and he about to do the studio. So shout out to Doc G. That was dope, man. And what y'all doing over there for them kids, and just the building, and everything that he doing over there, that was dope. And so don't forget, they throwing that party November the 24th, but they throwing the party on the same night as the black party. And so you already know where everybody trying to get fly and go to. Everybody at the job at a craft, they all like, man, we in the black party tonight. I mean, this weekend coming up. This weekend, everybody out there, they trying to get fitted up, because you know how the white and the black party go. It go down. And so seeing Cuz too. Last this weekend, just seen him yesterday. He was out and about and stuff like that. So shout out to Devin, shout out to DJ Fashions. They doing the black party, probably a Whitball entertainment type thing. You know what I mean? But I know Devin got something to do with it. He got his hands all over. He got his fingerprints all over it. So shout out to that. I don't know if I can get my fit together. You know what I mean? Am I even going to the black party? Man, cuz I can't even really find nothing, man. Everything that I wanted to do, you know what I mean? I couldn't even do it. Hey, Auntie, what's going down? I just left from over Sugar Bucket House, picking up ID. Listen, man, I be on here just talking all of our little stuff that we be doing. I be seeing my auntie face, and I just left from one of my other auntie's house in Rock Island, so I just had to tell her that. But yeah, I just left from over there, for getting Uncle Tommy Lee license being sent in the mail. But listen to this: the black party goes so hard. Listen, one thing I got to do, I got to take my hat off to the white party and the black party, because if you're going to do anything in the Quad Cities that makes sense, like if you want to get dressed up and you want to go somewhere and be like civilized to where people is like really going, you dig what I'm saying? And they're going to have a nice time. This is one of the times that you can get the young people in the building and they going to act right. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no violence. Everybody going to be looking fly. They going to be drinking. They going to be dancing, and they ain't going to even be on that. You dig what I'm saying? They ain't got the sparkling juice though, but it is what it is. So the black party gonna jump off on Friday, November the 24th. But shoot down to DJ Fashions, snatch up you a ticket, because in December here we come. The 80s and the 90s party, the first annual throwback 80s 90s hip hop party. Listen, people gonna be dressed. I got people already talking about they ordering their outfits. They trying to get it together. It's gonna go big. So we're gonna try to carve our little lane and try to get right in there with the black and the white party and do something cool for the community, just for the city, man. Stand up. Let's come out. Let's do something. If you're doing something with your family, we done already told you, man, stay at home, do that. But if you coming out, come out, be positive, have fun. Yo is on here. She is throwing down with the food. She gonna do that. Her son, my cousin Shaq, Shaq, he be at the door at Yoshi's. He gonna be at the door. We got a couple of other guys that's gonna get inside there to make sure don't nobody do nothing that they ain't supposed to be doing. And we're gonna have a blast, man. December 24th. That's gonna be on a Sunday, Christmas Eve, man. Local Los is coming down. Hopefully G Nights come down, and that's how it's gonna be. Um, I was waiting on the female guest, because what we're gonna talk about tonight, we're gonna definitely need some females. So I got two that's supposed to be coming. And if need be, yo, you dig what I'm saying? If we talking about something, I don't know how busy you are. If you want to get up here and speak, we can shoot you the link too. Um, Barb, what's up? We just chilling. Yeah. I ain't seen you in so long. That's crazy. I just noticed your name up there. How you been? But yeah, so listen. Tonight, part two. You remember last week, man? It went crazy. We had like so many people that tuned in that talked about, like is men loyal? Are there any loyal men out there? You know? And so I ran down this like little script about like 9 different reasons why a man a cheat. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I've been doing a little bit of studying on like, why women cheat and are they better? You dig what I'm saying? So when we say sneaky links, that's just like you trying to link with somebody on the low low. You dig what I'm saying? So you've seen the term a sneaky link. People jumping in people DMs or on their Snapchat sending like little fix photos and stuff, saying like little slick stuff, trying to, trying to get somewhere. Um, Me myself, if you're in a relationship, or definitely if you married, I say, man, get out of that. Man, dude, stop that. You dig what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got a thing going on with another person, man. Give them your 100% and undivided attention. You know what I mean? At least give the relationship 100% so you can see, is this where you're supposed to be? The last thing you want to do, you dig what I'm saying? I probably should say this for the end and I rewind that back, is have a person in your life that God sent to you and you misuse this person or you abuse this person. You dig what I'm saying? And so God done put somebody in your life to help you glorify him because we all are helpmates to each other. And next thing you know, you done jagged it by being selfish and out here trying to, do the wrong thing. And so as I was doing a little bit of studying, listen, everybody that I talk to, they say that ladies are better cheaters than men. Now, first of all, and first and foremost, we not glorifying the cheating. That's not what we're doing on here today. But what we trying to do is talk about it and bring it to the top, bring it to the surface. Then everybody can get like a green light on, like, listen, get yourself together. You dig what I'm saying? Get your life together. You said you can give a person your all and they will still step out if they feeling that. Okay. So you'll feel like that. Now, just know that ladies are sadly. All right, well, listen, I'm gonna show y'all this video real quick, and then I'm gonna bring G Nice in because he's here. You dig what I'm saying? And so G Nice, he ain't got no filter, so he gonna tell you what what I mean, what it is, how he feel, and it's like that. So I'm pretty sure he gonna start an argument sooner or later. But it is it is what it is. Here we go. We're gonna check out the first video.
Here's why women cheat more than men. Women cheat more than men because they're just better at hiding it than we are. And the thing is, women cheat in different types of phases. When she's cheating on you, it's not when you catch her and another dude sleeping together in your bed. No, she has been texting the dude. She has been flirting with him. She has been giving him eye contact. Those are all stages of cheating that you didn't catch. So she's been cheating way longer than you. She might be flirting with a guy at work, making herself accessible, and you just don't know about it. And by the time you realize that she's actually cheating on you, she's already had a full-blown relationship with the dude. And this is why guys be like, damn, how did my girl meet another dude so quickly? It's because she's been putting the seed into this relationship for probably months. They're just better at hiding it.
Okay. Well, man, you heard that. And I kind of believe him. So before we do any of that, at least I got one guest. I got my man, my ride or die. I know he gonna rock with me whenever. So I'm waiting on my little sis, and I'm also waiting on Odisi if she's gonna pop up. But I'm gonna bring G Nice in here, and then we're gonna try to keep the conversation going. G Nice, what's the word?
What's good? You hear me?
Yep, I hear you. Yeah, at first I think you
Great.
was I couldn't see you, but everything is to the beat. What's going down?
Same old, man.
That's it.
But ready to hit the week,
Yep.
and do
It
that.
is. Man, you just said that. I didn't. I listen. I didn't even want to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even want to think
Man,
about it. But it is what it is, ain't it?
it is what it is. Should be a short one though, right?
Yeah.
Probably
Oh yeah,
won't.
that's right. I keep forgetting till Wednesday.
Uh,
As we was checking out that little video, Jess is on here. She was saying like a few things. She says women know how to get quiet or how to be quiet. So uh I, I don't know. Did you get a chance to check it out like last week? And the topic was like, is there any loyal men? You know what I mean? Like, because ladies always feel like, man, all men are dogs. Like all men dog. Let me ask you this: do you think a guy can really be like faithful?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
Um, I mean, just like a woman can, right? It's even though monogamy is not natural based on who we are. I mean, the majority of animals, that's just not the case. Seriously, I mean, you might, penguins are solid like that. They get together, and but we're the only ones that actively try to pursue that, right? But it's possible. It's a matter of restraint. It's not like anybody is out there that you're gonna run into somebody that you like, yo, all right. But it's a difference between acting on it and just having that, those normal urges. A
All
lot
right,
of
but
people
let me
just got, yeah.
check this out though. All right, Judy, what's up? I see you. If anybody want to jump on there, she got the clappy hands up there, so maybe you must have said something that was dope that she agreed with. When it comes to men and women cheating, let me ask you this: what is the difference between it? Like, because you see what he said. He was just like, ladies, when they cheat, it's already been like a phone conversation going on. It's been a text. It's been something that's been popping. Vice versa, a man that's cheating. You dig what I'm saying? From your standpoint, what is your opinion on that? Like, far as like women cheating and men cheating, is it a difference?
I mean, men are sloppier. That's for sure. I mean, and hey, man, I mean, in my industry, I probably deal with 80-85% women. Uh, and you observe their moves, and even now though, when you're really not in the office, right? In the office, so you totally would see, different things popping off in there, but they're just not as sloppy.
Right.
Men
Well,
men aren't men typically don't pay attention to details like that, right? I mean, we get caught up in whatever's going on right now. So, like he was talking about, you might not pay attention to the texting thing or
right.
something like that, right? Women are very, very observant. So that's kind of how dudes get caught up.
Right. Well, listen to this, and I'm glad that Jessica just said this. She says more emotion for females, and
Oh
I think that's what he was trying to bring out. Because listen to this. Um, I got a couple other videos. I don't want to spoil what they're gonna say, but like I think with women, and I'm gonna start reading some of these things, and then ladies, I want y'all to chime in. And if anybody want to get up here, if you feel like I'm saying something that's not right, then we're gonna go about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go down the list and then let the list bring out what I found out that this is why women cheat, and then we'll try to see what's happening. Okay, come join the live, sis. But I'm saying, are you coming on, sis? Because I see you. You didn't understand. I sent you the link. Pop up. But now listen to this. The number one reason why women cheat. Now listen to what Jessica just said. Jessica says more emotional for female. They saying that it's emotional nourishment, saying that the lack of attention, she will seek it from somewhere else. And like she can find emotion attention, sort of like what you were saying, like being in the corporate world, businesses, you know, how you always out in Vegas, you're in different little places, you're always having business meetings, and a lot of those business meetings take places at bars or like dinners, like dinner spots where there's drinks and stuff like that. So say for instance, her dude, he ain't showing her no attention at the crib. You dig? And like, all right, we're gonna throw it into the air. Maybe he a construction worker, or maybe he a factory worker. Come in, he tired all the time, and he just work, work, work. So they love life. I guess what they're trying to basically say is that she's missing that attention. Like since she's an emotional type of person, that she likes the hugs, she likes the kisses. You know, she likes to be told she's beautiful or how was your day. You know, Jessica, correct me if I'm wrong. When you say emotional, are you saying like you can get attached with a person conversation? Because that's basically like what it's saying. They are seeking somewhere else from like work, the gym, Facebook Messenger. You dig what I'm saying? Because I done met people at the gym and just started up a conversation on cardio, and next thing you know, the conversation went all the way to Ross and Karina about people hiring and listen. If you ever need a job, you know what I mean, go here and call this, you know what I mean, and let them know. You dig what I'm saying? And we supposed to be in here working out, and it just went from there because sometimes they open to talk like that. So what do you think? Is it an emotional thing for them? Whereas like men, they don't care, man. They just out here. They'll bust down
yeah. Well,
straight up. They'll pay for a
yeah.
pint. You dig what I'm
and
saying?
and that's correct because you got to look at the reasoning behind it, right?
Listen, guys will pay for pay for it too. You dig what
You
I'm
see what I'm
saying?
saying?
They'll
Right.
go. Listen,
It's
I got a
not
guy.
emotional for dudes. It's not
Listen,
emotional for dudes at all. I mean,
listen.
it's a conquest situation though. That's what it's about. It's the pursuit that dudes go for,
Right.
right?
But
Which
listen to
makes them
this though.
sloppy.
Okay, but my man told me this, right? He says, by the time you get done taking a chick out, buying her dinner, going to a restaurant, getting drinks. What if she smoke? You might get a bag of weed or something like that. Go somewhere, go out to the movies and stuff and chill. He said, you done already spent, you know what I mean, like $100 sometimes or better. He said he might as well just
Just
go
a
out.
hundred.
Listen, he says, but listen, he says he might as well go out and just buy him a woman, have sex with her, and be done with
I mean,
it.
if he's
I'm like,
being if he's
that's
being economical about it, yeah.
listen,
I mean, yeah, but that I mean that could be pricey in the long run.
right,
It might be some layaway shit. I mean,
but listen,
straight up.
so but what I'm saying is you see the motive to just I she means absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
just give her this, be done with it, and go. Jessica said, you dig what I'm saying? It's more emotional for female. They
for
saying that
sure.
women like emotional attention. Now, little sis just popped up. I'm gonna bring her in and I want to see what she got to say on the first one. Y'all hold on real quick.
All right.
Sis, what's the word? Can you hear us?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I think she
Yeah, I can
are
hear
you
you.
here?
There she is. No, we can't hear you. Okay, you
Okay.
I
coming
can
in?
hear
So
you.
so
Yeah,
so
you right
have
now.
you heard what we've been talking about, like, right? Okay, so check out the first one, sis. Um, when they say like women are cheating, so okay, the topic is sneaky links on one. Are women better cheaters than men? First of all, give me your perspective on cheating. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about the whole situation? Can you hear us? I don't think she can hear us.
It's,
Can you?
it's a
Or either she's
contemplative
cutting
question.
out. No,
Yep.
she's cut. Yeah, she's cut out. Okay, so we'll wait for her to come back. Now
But
listen.
yeah, I
Go
mean,
ahead. Now you go ahead and finish that on that situation.
right. It is more about emotion with women. I mean, women start investing in a relationship, whether it's a different relationship, right? And that's when you get like, the whole concept of the work spouse, right?
Right.
It's an actual bond. Men don't necessarily require it, right? It's the primal pursuit. That's essentially what it is. I mean, we are built to try to produce as much as we can, right? So this is just a little bit of a holdover from that. Yeah, people just, if they got sense, they jumping on the condom tip and everything like that. But the real reason why it ends up being that is just primate, animal vibes.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I say it's. I
But
mean,
you,
it's a
yeah,
lot of effort for people to maintain that whole monogamy thing. But
yeah.
people do it because it's a societal construct.
All right. Well, I mean, I,
Look, see who I pissed off by saying that.
yeah, yeah, because you already got me. When you start talking about the mammals and stuff like that, I think like we're like different beings. But I mean, I gotta
Oh,
respect your listen.
I
But no,
forgot
no,
it's your Sunday thing. I forgot.
yeah, but yeah, listen,
You
you
invited me
bel-
though.
listen, I definitely want you to speak from your opinion because I think little sis, her opinion on cheating as an overall look, I think that's. I mean, she's gonna speak on that, but I'm gonna see if I can get her to get it last. She's back. Oh, she cut out again. What happened?
Mhm.
She just keep leaving. Okay, so listen,
Dialogue.
that was number one. They said like one of the number one reasons why women cheat on men is because of emotional nourishment. They
Mhm.
looking for some attention, and if they do, they ain't giving it to them. Then they will pick it up from somewhere else. Judy, I put the
For
one
sure.
quote up there. You said, I think that depends on the woman because I know plenty of guys who have cheated because they were not getting their emotional needs fulfilled. Let me see what also. Then you said it also depends on where you're at in the stage of the relationship. That's true too, because I guess we looking at it from, okay, y'all being together, like you being with this person, you supposed to, you know what I mean, you love this person. Like say if we claim that we together and we living together or we in a marriage or whatever, to the point that if you step out and you sleep with somebody else, you bogus. You dig what I'm saying? So you at that point, you dig what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, Judy, take it from that point. Like, okay, if you go and sleep with somebody else, my feelings will be hurt because we sleep together. And let's say you sleeping together and it's unprotected and it's like it's supposed to be some type of
But
communication,
see,
some type of bond.
I don't believe the whole sleeping together concept. I don't believe that
Well, I'm just
that's
throwing it out there.
majority. No, I'm saying the majority of women, that is not what they're initially going after, right?
No,
Those
hell no.
relationships,
They
right?
pursue, well, not all
Yeah.
of them, but yeah,
Well,
but I
well,
yes,
we know what we talk. Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah,
know what
yeah,
we're talking about. We ain't talking about
right.
lot lizards. Um, but since the motives are different, it's what they are going from with the building of a relationship. That's why it's slow and going on, like dude said, right? It starts off as just one thing in common, and then there's more communication and everything like that. The majority of men, when they're stepping out, that ain't the pursuit. The man ain't going out and being like, you know what, you look like I could spend the rest of my life with you. No, that's not what the man is out for, because he
Right.
already has at home, right? So if a guy is out there doing it, that's typically the motive for them. When it isn't, that's not what it is for women who step up.
No, well, I mean, you could get that right there already. Emotional nourishment, talking about she's seeking something else. But then again, number two is a woman scorned, saying that, okay, if something happened in the relationship and she bitter, like say you get into an argument and she don't feel like that argument was fully, you know what I mean, handled. You know, now she walk around the house, she mad and she bitter. And next thing you know how it is, how you can get into it with your girl, and then it's like for a whole week ain't nobody really like talking to each other. We talking about like
Of
stuff that's
course.
important. You dig what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got your half on these bills, or you dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Who picking up the kids? You picking up, but you ain't having no conversation. So the whole time, one thing about ladies that y'all do, y'all will hold a grudge forever. You dig what I'm saying? You sit
Yeah,
on a
I
grudge
can
and
hold a
you hold a
grudge
grudge.
though.
Yeah,
I can hold a grudge.
right. But
I'm
but I'm
good at
saying
that.
they
That's one of
they'll
my
sit up there and they'll
one of
hold
my
a
good
grudge,
activities.
but I'm saying they'll hold a grudge and they saying that they'll let that be their retaliation fuel. Well, you did this, so now let me, you know what I mean?
If that causes her to do that, she's been wanting to do that for a long time anyway.
That's how you feel. What about y'all, ladies? Somebody tap in, somebody tell me that. Like,
Yeah,
say for instance, if you in a relationship with a dude and they call it a woman scorn, and it don't necessarily, but a woman scorn means like, dude done probably been abusive. He done said some dirty stuff to her, and it
that
really
ain't
ain't.
what you said. You said argument. Now that's an
No,
entirely
that's what
different
that, but, no,
situation there.
but I'm
But
saying
that
when they
ain't what
say,
you said. You
but hold
went
on,
there.
listen to this. When they say women scorn, they talking about they said revenge, anger, retaliation. But when I think of a woman scorn, I think of somebody like hurt. You dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying? A woman scorn, I think of somebody like hurt. Judy said, laugh out loud. Not all of us. Well, I understand it's not all of us, but let me ask you this. Does that give women motive to cheat? Because if we thinking like women are better cheaters than men, we ain't just talking about like sneaky. You dig what I'm saying? You just saying y'all also can get down. Like dude said, he's like, you just find out that your girl is cheating on you, but shorty been texting dude. They've been, you know what I mean? They see each other at the gym for like the last 3 months. They've been laughing and playing. They've been doing sit-ups together. Then all of a sudden he crack your wife. And it's like, where you find this dude at? Dude been up at Planet Fitness for like the last
Yeah.
90 days. You dig what I'm
Uh,
saying?
yeah, that's kind of not where we were with that question though, right?
No, I'm asking
We
because
talked
I'm
about okay,
responding to Judy. I'm
all right.
responding to Judy. She says laugh out loud, not all of us. So I'm saying, you know what I mean? If we talking about women are better cheaters, does this a woman scorn number two, does that make them cheat? Like, is that enough motive to
I mean, if you're talking about a safety issue or something like that, I can see that. But just because you pissed off about something that happened on a day to day, an argument, if that drives you to that, just an argument or something, just a regular household argument, you've been wanting to do that for a long time. It
right?
didn't drive you to it. It just gave you that you're like, all right, I'm gonna use this as an excuse. But you've been wanting to do that. So I don't see just some
Retaliation.
I mean,
That as a,
that ain't a big enough thing for it to be considered retaliation. I feel like, yeah, you get, women that catch a dude out here. Yeah, there's some get back probably on that end, but I can't see just a regular argument. Somebody being
okay. So,
insulted
ladies,
that they jump out there
let
on
me
some
ask:
violence.
has any lady ever got mad at a dude over like something that y'all been going through? And not saying that he cheated on you. I'm just saying something that's been going on because they just saying an argument that didn't go well, that escalated to something. Him being abusive, calling her out of her name. Maybe it was like a fight. But I'm saying, has that ever made anybody want to retaliate? Like, I can't stand you. You make me sick now. I'm mad, so I'm about to go out and cheat on you.
Just leave.
I mean, that
Right?
would be
That's
the
what I'm
logical thing
saying.
to do. That would be the the,
Yo,
the, the most logical.
if
But
you
if they
that
ain't do,
salty, just go ahead and bounce, right? I mean, unless you have a, and I can get it. People be in situations where it's not easy just to just jump up and do that, right? Um, but
oh,
you need to make that your focus. If that's the route you're gonna go, you need to invest your energy in that.
okay.
Period.
So,
Yeah,
but let me ask you that from our point of view, because I've been in a situation like that where I felt like we got too much going on. We got, you know what I mean, like cars in people name.
yeah.
There's kids involved. There's, you know what I mean, there's bills. If the split happens, it's gonna mess up a lot of stuff. You dig what I'm saying? It's gonna mess up a lot of stuff. So you sometimes I think you be thinking like this. It's gonna cause more damage than just a split. So you might as well just go ahead and just find you like a little side piece.
But
I don't
see,
agree. Listen,
but
now that we
but the
older, we ain't going for that. But
right.
I'm just saying. So
Well, but the thing about that is that could end up making a decision for you, right? Because if you go through that and then you get caught, well, then you're in the same boat, right? I mean, and if that's why I said, retaliation happens on that end because people can't just, it ain't easy to disconnect like that, right? I mean, you heavily tangled out here. So then, yeah, you get people like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go out here and just get revenge on that because can't just split this thing up. But
right.
if a dude go out there and do it like that and you get caught, you get the same result anyway. So I guess it's just figuring out like, yo, if I'm gonna be out here, just going out here and be out here and not even have to worry about that, man. You know, coming up, man. It's well, probably not. I couldn't imagine being a married dude that's out there, right? Because that's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yep.
there's always tracing steps and all that. You still got to do what you got to do throughout the day. And the same for a woman. That's a whole lot of effort. And what's it gonna be that makes it worth it? Not some ass. You know what I'm saying? That ain't worth it.
Yeah.
That ain't worth the
Just a
struggle. You
layup.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, just be laying up like, nah, that's too much
But you know what?
investment in that.
But sometimes, though, G Nice, I think we say it though now like we in our 40s. You know what I mean? Listen, Jessica says, no, not really. You got to know how and when you really want to. Females just move and groove a little different. And so I think what she's saying is like sometimes women, I think they a little bit more slicker in what they do. So they might not necessarily step out to be in retaliation or just because the argument jumped off. But it could be the driving force of saying, okay, well, you want to talk crazy to me, you want to treat me like that. So then next thing you know, you on Messenger, you got somebody in your inbox and you talking to them. And you know for a fact that you married, you know you're in a relationship. So next thing you know, y'all sitting up in here, y'all swapping pics, y'all talking. So, that's still like a form of cheating too.
Mhm.
I agree with what you said, but I think that like it's like right now, it's just because man, we in our 40s, man. You dig what I'm saying? And so the energy that you used to have like back in the days, man, ain't nobody got no time for that. I ain't got no time for the stories, and I ain't got no time to be trying to tell you this and then trying to come back and listen, man. I be in the bed. I like going to bed. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I like
Like
doing, you know what I
rest.
mean? I'm saying, like, fam, this ain't nothing no more. It's like, man, y'all go ahead. Y'all got them streets. You dig what I'm saying? If that's
Oh,
what y'all want to
for
do,
sure.
you can
And
have
like,
them.
hey man, that's a lot of effort. Like I
It
said,
is. It's
remember
too
how
much.
we man, I used to be super busy, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the juggling, right? And this is I'm saying no, not now. I'm talking about way back when we
You got to clarify
like I
that.
need I need to clarify so before
Yeah.
somebody gets started with me. No, I'm
Right.
talking about many moons ago.
Many moons.
Right, many moons. But I used to have to try to keep up, and you were around to witness that. You helped get me places,
Listen, I
right? Get me
finagled
up
some
and
of them.
down.
Listen,
You had
I
some
drove
calls.
some of them around
Yeah,
while you went other places.
you did.
Hey, listen, man, this was crazy.
We told the one chick, we said I was in a really bad accident or whatever.
Man, man, that was
And
terrible.
hey, and that was a mistake. Period. But yeah, I mean but it took that level of dedication and planning, man. That was some project management right there. And who has time for that?
Right.
I don't have time for that. What?
But when it do come to that, do you think that ladies are more slicker than us?
No. I said
Uh-oh.
before, men are just not observant
Nicole, what do you mean
enough.
by that? Hold on. She said you can find groups to handle your needs literally. What are you talking about? Like swinging? Like is this
Oh,
Hollywood swinging?
I feel what she's saying though. She was like, just leave. Right.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So right.
Yeah.
So
But
she's saying
the
just
dude
leave
want to
instead
just
of
be
cheat.
out there. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. But yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Number three, when they was talking about some of the main reasons why a woman would cheat on a man is because of boredom. I was like, boredom. Okay, you shaking your head, but now listen to this. In the primary
Same with men
relationship,
though. Same with men.
everything becomes routine. You dig what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Okay. All right. So, ladies, if that's true, somebody tap in and let me know. Have you ever got bored with a dude saying that he's so routine, he's so predictable that it's just like, dang, dude, I'm tired of you. You dig what I'm saying? Nicole said no. You dig what I'm saying? I'm
Well,
gonna step on out on you. Nicole said no.
well,
So that's
the
not a
problem
reason
is
to
there's no way to avoid being bored with somebody, right? I mean, because when people are predictable, because you've
Nicole's
learned
another Nicole. Dang, that's
behavior,
two Nicoles, two different types of
right? But
Nicoles.
you've
That's my
learned
cousin
the
Nicole.
person's moves, right?
Right.
I mean, come on, you in a very long term relationship, you could say something out of your mouth and know the response you're about to get from your,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yep.
your partner on that, right? And you know what they do like to eat and what they don't like to eat. You can legit order for them, right, from a place, and they be solid with it. They like, yeah, you know what I like.
Right.
That leads to boredom because it's if you can anticipate everything and there's nothing that's spontaneous, but that is a lot of what happens in a long term relationship because you know each other, right? Which is kind of what people it's what keeps or draws people together, right? You learn the things that they like, right? You
Right.
what you have in common and all that. The very thing that can bring you together can lead to you being set up.
Right. Okay, now listen
That's
to
just
this.
my thought.
Listen to this. She says, this is Judy. She says, I think women get to a point where they don't care. They want to
Yeah,
get caught without having the confrontation,
yeah.
just from observation.
Mhm.
So what do you think she mean by that? They want to get caught without having the
I think
confrontation?
it's wanting the man to make the decision to split it
Oh,
up, right? So
right.
then that become women are sloppy on purpose, right? It's by design. If you find another cell phone out or something like that, or is a Facebook page is left open, whatever, that was definitely by design. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a mistake because women don't typically do that. Now, they may underestimate a dude sometimes, but I don't think that's the majority of women. When they do that, I think it's exactly what Judy is saying.
Right.
Yeah, they wanted to get caught in that, and then it's in the man's court about what he wants to do about it.
Right. But then
Now, then the
again,
problem is what the problem from that point is what people do after that. So I think that's something we need to talk about too, because if you don't do something about it at that point, are you setting yourself up for a situation where it's considered to be okay? Right?
right. Well, but you dig what I'm saying? Now let's say this since you on
Mhm.
there.
Right.
There are some ladies that's in a situation and know that they do this cheating and they still ain't gonna leave. They like,
Mhm.
you dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I know he out, I know he doing this and that. Long as he don't bring me home no diseases, I'm good. You
Right.
dig what I'm saying?
Well, that's a I think that's a personal thing about priorities, right? I mean, when we go back to a lot of, people will talk about how they're like, oh, you're not built like your great, like great grandma and all that and great granddad.
Because you know
But
how
it
long
wasn't
they was
about that.
together.
But guess what? What could she do? right? Women couldn't even go get a house. They couldn't get a job without their husband's permission, right? So they didn't have the option of just saying, you know what, I'm out, right? So I think that's kind of a misconception about how strong relationships technically were because women couldn't go. And dudes just out, they were doing exactly what you said, right? As long as he don't bring me home any diseases and he come to the crib, then I'll tolerate it. Tolerating is not the same as liking, condoning, or any of those things. It's just saying I'm not in a spot where I can be super upset about that.
Right. Okay.
So
I'll give you a prime example. What's the movie where Denzel Washington is in there with Viola Davis, and he goes out and he have the baby on her. You dig what I'm saying? And she wanted the baby mom dies. She
mhm.
wound up taking care of the baby because it's set
Fences,
back. Yep. Yep.
fences,
Fences. And so
yeah.
that's a prime example of that. But now when you bring it to 2023 and you saying, okay, like now women, they still okay with it. You say that's a personal opinion, but
No, I said that's a personal choice
a
based
personal
on
choice.
people's individual circumstances. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Judy said if both parties know each other are cheating. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess it can go down like that. I was just thinking more so of, but I mean, I guess you're right though, Judy, because if we talking about boredom, like you said, you did, because you got people, man, that get out there and get with swingers, but or they might do. I know, you know what I mean. You get these wild groups where people they take their wives and they go and they swap out. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't that what the swingers do? Is that what that's called? It's like
Yeah.
hell no. Ain't no ain't no in the world I'm sleeping with my wife. You know what I mean? Somebody I said I do too. And I'm finna go over here and watch you sleep. But man, yeah, right. I kill everything in this room. Everybody gonna get it. You dig what I'm saying? For real, for real. I ain't for
Yeah.
none of
I
that.
mean, hey, to each his own, right?
Okay.
Uh
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, I don't like lamb. So there's
Sheila
that,
said
right?
Sheila
People
said
eat it.
yep. Sheila said yep. But yeah, ladies, everybody said no. Nicole, my cousin, where did she go? She was somewhere. She was saying something about being 10 toes down. I think I got what she said, the gist of it. She was like, no, she 10 toes down with her man. Ain't no such thing as boredom. And I think that's the thing. She said resend the link. But I think that's the thing though, too. You know, if you with a person for like a long time, you know what I mean, you can make it fun, man. I mean, we already know you're gonna be with this person for a while, and I understand that. But listen, man, you done been with your family, so you know what it's like, to keep going to like family reunions, keep going to Thanksgiving dinners. Now it's a little bit different when you're dealing with a mate. I get that, but man, you get the chance, the rest of your life, man, to be and share that with somebody, the ups and the downs. You dig what I'm saying? And so, most of the times, I mean, from my perspective, I ain't never cheated on my main girl and found somebody that I could say, all right, I'm finna leave my girl for this. You dig what I'm saying? So I ain't never had no. Now I done had somebody where I could say, man, I love it when I go over here. I love the way that they treat me. I love the way that they cook or the way, you know what I mean? Because
But it's also like what you were talking about and what Dude was saying, right? If a guy catches a chick out here, she been out here for a while, right? That relationship has evolved,
right,
right? And I don't think anybody gets up and just leaves somebody for somebody else. That has been, and it's kind of like when they say people, by the time people get divorced, or by the time people find out somebody getting a divorce, they technically been divorced for at least 6 months, seven
exactly.
months, right? That relationship been dead except for to everybody else, right? They've been done. So yeah, I don't see nobody. I don't think people just jump up, be like, you know what? I dig this motherfucker. I'm out, right? We
Right.
done been out. I done chopped once, twice,
Now,
whatever. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't, I don't believe that
okay.
happens
All right, but they got
unless
one
you're
that's on there.
45.
They got one that's on there that will speak upon that. I'm gonna show this other video, but then we're gonna get to that
Hmm.
one too. Watch this
Hmm.
one real quick. I sent the link to sis. We're gonna see if she can jump back on. Y'all.
This is why women always cheat on good men. Guys, women cheat on good men because that's not who they want. Women want a strong bad boy that has some kind of emotional intelligence. She doesn't want the nice guy that buys her flowers. She doesn't want the guy that puts her on a pedestal. No matter how much she says so, she wants a man that she has to chase. Bad boys, she has to chase. Bad boys, she has to earn his validation. What they say they want and what they're hardwired to want are two different things. Yes, they want you to shower them with attention and flowers and so, but that actually turns them off and they don't even know why, because it's not a sign of strength. A sign of strength is a man who doesn't just give a woman his attention and validation so easily. And as much as women want to deny that, they're more attracted to that man that makes them earn it.
Okay. I got sis on deck, and I'm gonna bring her in a minute. But this is one
All
thing
right.
that I'm gonna say about this man. It's because in some of his things, you know, what I mean, it's true. You know, he's speaking from his opinion, but he's speaking from something that you see a lot of times. Because women are always try to make it seem like there ain't no good guys out here, and sometimes y'all can get a good dude in your life, and y'all don't want him. You dig what I'm saying? You want the one that's doing everything to you, that's going reckless on you, treating you like you ain't nothing, and I don't know what that is. I mean, somebody need to tap in and talk. She says, Chase, no, sir. Nobody has time for that in this world. But I don't know, Judy. I mean, I've seen it like so many times. You dig what I'm saying? Where, I mean, everybody said no. You dig what I'm saying? But listen to
Yeah.
me. Yeah, but listen to me. I done seen ladies go for that guy, that that one that they feel like he is. You dig what I'm saying? He's the bad boy. They got to have a certain type, and I know that we was like thugs out there and stuff like that, but I didn't seen it like, they don't really want the cool dude. You dig what I'm saying? Does that make any sense to you?
I don't necessarily. Uh, I don't completely agree with that. I know what you're saying as far as what we've seen from that. I think I'm trying to figure out the way to put it, voice myself
Because in one way,
correctly. Hold
take
on.
this
I
with
want.
it
I
too.
don't. I want to get it right.
But
So,
but, but from his point of view though, he kind of makes it seem um like, okay, why women cheat on a good man, like it ain't no women out here that want good men. You dig what I'm saying? Like it ain't good women out here that want good men, that want somebody that's
excuse me.
smart. Yeah, that want somebody that's smart,
Um,
that's got his stuff together.
but also that's something you
Judy's
can
so
put in mind
crazy.
with growth. You can find women that like men, yes, like you were saying, in that certain lane, but everybody's always evolving, right? So what would be considered a bad boy at some point might be eventually what you would consider a good dude. So you'll see some of that, and what you're saying is, I agree with, because they might backtrack, right?
I see her back
To
here. No,
to stay in that lane of always having a reckless dude.
right. I hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, I'm sure she can. Oh,
I'll wait till she
there
fix
was
you ready. But
there
yeah,
was a
I
creeper
felt that though.
around.
No, stay right there, sis. Let me see if I can hear you. Okay, can you hear us?
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear us?
you. I can hear
Okay,
y'all.
we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you
can hear
now.
you now. Yeah, we got you.
Oh,
You solid,
okay.
Yeah, because at first we couldn't hear you. So you was
right?
just like clocking out.
Weigh
Okay.
And
in.
so I know you've been paying attention to it. And so on a, overall on just some of the topics that they say that women cheat on, um, I know that you got a different feeling about cheating. So go ahead and just give us your opinion on cheating first of all.
Well, first of all, I am not a fan of cheating. My belief is if you desire to be with that one person exclusively, do it. If you don't waste anybody's time. Don't ruin anybody emotionally. Um, and make them feel like they're less than, or they can't get somebody else because they have been beat down so much. And that's male or female, vice versa, not just a certain gender. So me as a woman, I don't want any parts of that because I've seen what it has done to families, especially coming from a broken home myself as a child. The kids get hurt
Hmm.
and everybody's thinking
Yeah.
about this tit for tat and stuff like that. Listen, if you are not healed, I echo this. Normalize being healed before you get into big boy and big girl situations because there's no need for this stupidity because people are in their graves right now over something that could have been prevented about relationships. Stop playing the field. It's not cute whether you man or woman. It's not cute to string people along. Don't do that backwards and forward. It's immaturity at its best. And I say stay away from that type of stuff because somebody's going to get hurt. If not one person, both. So I don't condone cheating at
Yeah,
all.
I mean, because y'all done seen some situations get bad. You dig what I'm
Woo,
saying? Y'all
yeah,
done seen some situations get bad. You dig what I'm
real
saying? To a person where like people are dead. You know what I mean? And so that's
gone.
I can understand your pain when you coming from there. So I didn't want to just pull the scab off of, but I want them to know that you've seen some. You know what I mean? And family
Yeah,
members, or whether it's
yeah,
in house cousins, because man, Mika was so beautiful. I remember visiting
oh yeah,
her down there. Yeah, and so being down there, just jealousy type things that can escalate from like the cheating. But
it gets ugly.
even though you don't condone it or like stringing people along, have you so how would you work out a situation? Like for instance, like say if
But
it's a situation, go ahead.
let me give you a truth here. Back in my teenage years, and I don't know it. I'm not gonna say that it's always worked out for me on a good spectrum, but I was always honest. I'm telling you from the foolishness that I seen my mother and father. I love y'all. Mother and father put us through as little
Disclaimer.
children. Like I cannot, but when I was started out dating in my teenage years, I would be honest and say, "Hey, look here, I ain't feeling you. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to kick it by myself, just be by myself, so I can be free and do what I wanted to do. Because I
Right.
had a little lack of belly back in the day, and if I felt then hey, I got to be free because I know I want to go and I want to go hit with him. You know what I'm saying on the side, no matter who he was with, no matter who I was with. I said, hey, I got to cut you off because I wanted that time just so I can go do my thing. Maybe if I thought about it, we come back full circle, we might get it back together if that's something that I wanted to do. But I was always honest and upfront because I just didn't believe in when you get hurt that bad, just off of the ricochet of the actions of other people. I said I don't want anybody to feel that way. But I remember my first heartbreak with my very first boyfriend, and because I didn't experience it directly when I did, it was like, you know what? I don't even want to live no more. Seriously. I just want to walk in front of a big diesel and I just want to die. I mean, at the age of 15, 16 years old, because it happened to me, but I never, seen things work out when people have done that. So that put some trauma on me to where I
Right.
was like, wow. And I was a good girlfriend. I didn't do anything.
Right. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you like this.
I,
The first time somebody cheated on me, I turned up. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm like, okay, if this is what we on, let's, you know what I mean?
Heck,
Let's get it. Because you know what I mean? Like since back in the days, like being a little kid, I done always been into something like entertainment, whether it's breakdancing, rapping, or something like that. So I've always been in front of a crowd. So it's like, man, listen, I thought I wanted to be faithful. I thought that you could do that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when it happened, it's just like, man, okay, if this is what it is, then this is what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Was your heart broke when somebody cheated on you, G Nice?
yeah, but you know what? I also knew.
Did you cry?
I no, I did not cry, sir.
You didn't bust out?
Nah, this
Yeah.
ain't like when Prince died, dude. This is entirely different situation right here.
Yeah.
That was different. No, but I mean, I
When
also
Prince
had to look
yeah, when
at.
Prince died, he cried, sis. He
I
cried when Prince
absolutely
died.
did. I absolutely did, and I own that. Uh, but no, I mean, I also acknowledge, man, I used to be a really horrible human being coming up, like in the ages that you're talking about. Where you were like high school. I
mhm.
was a horrible human being. I really was, and I've been on apology tours about that. You know what I'm saying? Just like yo, I was foul because it did affect some people's lives. I mean, I had a situation like that where somebody, was like, I'm gonna check out behind this. And I didn't understand or respect it because I was a 16, 17-year-old kid, right?
Right.
It
Mm.
it didn't click that, yo, I was having this effect because it wasn't a big deal to me, right?
Right.
So yeah, I can see, what you're saying about how, yeah, some of this, playing with people does affect people worse than others, and you just never know what you're gonna get when you play with somebody.
Exactly.
Mm.
Now, on the role of cheating, I'm pretty sure you done been around some women. When it comes to cheating, who's more sneakier to you, men or women? Who you
I'm
see
gonna
do it the
say
best?
I'm gonna say women, and I say that because you get some women to a certain degree and like, okay, I'm gonna take and take and take, then just get real silent. It's starting up in here, and then when they make a connection with someone of whomever that they choose, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna slide this in. He doing whatever, so I'm just gonna be quiet with mine. So I believe that women do it better, and I really don't like to say that, but some men get a little sloppy with it and just let it hang out and don't care. And I've also seen that in my family, married men and having side pieces.
Right. But
Wrong.
this is I'm gonna tell you one of the things that hurt though too though. Like cheating is one thing, but then cheating on somebody with like somebody that's close to them. That right
Woo.
there tears, yeah, that right there tears something up. You dig what I'm saying? That's a whole different type of pain. That's a whole different type of level.
And
So
then
who
the
do
whole
you think?
concept.
So but
Well,
let me say this, G Nice, I'm gonna ask you this too. Do you think men are more doggish or women are more doggish when it comes to all right, I'm gonna sleep with your girls. I'm gonna sleep with your guys. Who do that the best? Who is more
well, I,
doggish?
I think what it comes down to is kind of what along the lines of what we were going to. There are definitely two types of cheating. It's the emotional cheating and there's the physical cheating, right? And
Loco Low said I'm
which is
cold. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I
No,
mean,
Yeah.
you're
if well,
I sent you the link, man,
women,
inside your
women. I mean, I will say
your email.
women will do some foul shit.
Man,
I'm saying,
listen,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Women
Like,
would man, women
oh man,
when
and then
y'all
you're
say now
like,
listen,
for real? You're
man,
like, for
like when we
real?
was asking a question, like, okay, who go the hardest? So when I did the topic sneaky link 1-on-1, are women, better cheaters? You dig what I'm saying? I think that not only like are they better, but they worse. You dig what I'm saying? Like they the worst. It's like, man, you know what I mean? They like, it's okay. Cause like you said, like dude, sometimes it was like we might just be out for just an emotional, I mean, not an emotional, but just for a feel. You dig what I'm saying? You just out here trying to do something. And we talking like back in the days because I'm with you, sis. I ain't with that now. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody on that foolishness. But and I think we all can agree with that. But like back during the time when I was out there, I was just, going with the flow. Like if it was something that was out in the area where I was hanging at, then yeah, I put something together just for that area. If I was over in Rock Island, I had something over there, it was cool. Where it was backdoor. You know how it was when we was rolling, when we was doing what we was doing. And that was it. It was nothing. Like I said, at the end of the day, you know who my BM is, or you know where I'm going when this is over with. You do know I'm going home. And I'm not gonna lie to you about that. So,
right.
and that's how that was, so
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
yeah, it was bad.
Right.
I can admit that it was bad, and like you said, us being the age that we are, we kind of able to. And if you know what, if you want to be who you are still, if you have not grown from who you were in your teens and your early 20s, then you've wasted a lot of time, right?
Right.
So to be able to look back and recognize that, yeah, it was wild, but it shows the growth that we can discuss it in a different space of where we don't find that to be acceptable anymore. I'm not telling anybody else what to do,
Right.
but I think we understand that that's not acceptable
Right.
Hmm. Not.
Now,
for us
Jessica.
anyway. For us anyway. I'm not judging anybody else.
Well, I mean, I just say if you bring like I agree with you, sis, when you said when you lead people on or you bring it into your life or you bring it into a relationship, you ain't gonna do nothing but bring damage. And you know what I mean. Now, some people who think that they got it figured out, you got to deal with them consequences, because I feel like, to me, you opening up the door for the enemy. You dig what I'm saying? And so all kind of stuff can come from that. But I think uh being in a relationship, being with somebody, and that commitment, I think that that right there is a challenge of itself, that I just, I want to take that on. Like, I'm embracing that. You dig what I'm saying? And because there's certain things in life, man, that you try to step up to the challenge and do. I don't care if it's whether it's career, or whether it's, goals, or whether you're trying to get your credit together, you're trying to be a man, you want to die with a certain amount of money, or you want to do this and that. Like, when God blessed that lady and put that lady in my life, listen, it's us. You dig what I'm saying? And to the casket drop, it's about to be us. We finna go do this. I got plans. I got a whole bunch of stuff to say to you, and what we need to try to focus on, and where we trying to go. And so once we get our mission together, I think, I mean, we can have some fun. Like, yeah, you're gonna get a little bit boring, but man, I tell you what, we're
Man,
gonna figure this out.
I'm gonna tell you what, we've been in the house pretty much 24/7 with each other since that the after time started, right? That's that's easing up on 4 years of just being in the house with
Cause
somebody.
y'all work from home, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
that
And
be, yeah.
we were on lockdown here for a lot longer than everybody else. Up there, I mean, y'all had COVID, Kim. Life in the quad just kind of stayed the same, or anywhere in Iowa, right? But we were in the crib, no school for kids other than just completely remote for a year and a half, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we still here every day, all day, and we ain't killed each other, so that's all I'm saying. That's a
Right.
long time, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To have to deal with somebody every single day. And I know she irritated as hell with me, like sick of looking at me, like, yo, why don't you go somewhere? So when you say when you say it's a challenge, it's absolutely that. It's
Right.
absolutely that.
Yep.
But if I mean, you just yo, every day is another day, right?
Yep.
Mm.
But okay, so I want to ask you this. Hold on, I'm gonna show you this other video, family, and then I want y'all to put y'all intake on this one. This is the last one. Let's check this out.
I cheat, I have a bond with that man. I'm not like having sex for a nut. I have a bond with that man that I'm cheating on. Like, I've built some type of emotional connection. I could probably finesse him into a relationship. We have something a lot deeper than sex. Where I feel like a man could literally, he could screw some girl in the back of an Uber. He won't even know her last name.
First name.
It doesn't mean he doesn't love me. It's just sex. Like, he doesn't have any emotional commitment. I could get pregnant type shit. So I feel like me cheating is a way bigger party than him cheating.
Yeah, and I should have played that one a little bit earlier, but because she hit on some stuff. But here's the thing, right here. This is what I wanted to get out though too. And it don't matter that she can get pregnant. Dudes is out here having babies, having a whole, what I mean, baby on a girl.
Crazy.
You dig? You dig what I'm saying?
That's
Now
wild. You know
that's
what
a
I'm saying? That's a
crazy thing. Like,
reminder.
you
That's a
go
reminder too.
right
You know
and
what I'm
just
saying?
go
That's
have a whole,
forever. That's
yeah,
wild.
forever,
It's
forever,
wild.
ever, forever. And
Right.
so listen, uh when I was doing this little study, sis, they was trying to. It was this lady, and she was talking about different people that she talked to, and how that they saying like what's the things that made them cheat on their spouses, and how she dealing with people. You know what I mean? Far as like from a psychology view, she says sometimes women choose to cheat on men because of opportunity. You dig what I'm saying? Like if they got unattended feelings and stuff like that. You know, you hear what old girl was saying, like when she cheat on a guy, she can finesse him into a relationship because they have already shared a bond. You know what I mean? They have already, and that's only one of the reasons why I think that women cheat better than men, because they, they have a conversation. You done made friends with this dude. You and this dude been kicking it. You dig what I'm saying, for this whole time. So that's like that's damn near like a whole nother relationship. Like you got two
Absolutely.
relationships going on at one time. You
Yeah.
dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Shorty over here, she ain't nothing. You dig what I'm saying? Like, but you got a whole nother
Mhm.
relationship going on. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. I mean, she got her work cut out for her. Um,
She
I
got her
don't,
work
I
cut out
don't
for her.
understand why she would, she would do that. And to me, I mean, I know she's just giving her spiel, but to be able to finesse a guy and to talk to him, it's kind of like this on the other end of the spectrum. A lot of men can get in the minds of women because we are emotional creatures. But then you got some females, and I have a female friend that's like that. She always thought like a dude. She kicked it with dudes, you know what I'm saying? But she thought like a dude. And it's like what a dude would do, she did. I was like, what in the world? It's kind of like you got to beat them at their own game. Don't let them get in your mind. You do it, get on down, and go about your business, or you're going to get caught up. You're going to get trapped. And I'm like, it didn't make sense to me then because I was always with my heart. Oh, with my heart, I want to be sweet. If I be the good girlfriend or this and that, this won't happen. Things of that nature. Nah, I should have been thinking like that, and I probably would have saved myself a whole lot of heartbreak over the years. So, um, to each their own. She feel like she can do it. Hey, put her work in. She gonna get her 9 to 5, and then her 5 to 9, and then keep going. So her clock never gonna stop. I mean,
Right.
Hey,
kudos to her, but
as long
can't.
as they understand what's going on, right? I mean,
But
Yeah,
but
hey,
but listen
I
to this.
can't.
Okay, so check this out. Nicole said they aren't paying any attention to her. Her needs or needs haven't been met, and someone else fulfills all those needs or things. But listen to this though, Nicole. You just said it, sis. By women being emotional, like I'm telling you, man. I met a lady at the gym, and I don't know, we were seeing each other and stuff like that, and like one time she complimented me on how I smelled, you dig what I'm saying? And then one time we got caught up in the cardio room where I was jumping rope and she was doing some stuff. We got to talking. By the time we
Mm.
got done talking, the lady then already told me about how she been at Ralston Purina for so many years. Am I looking for a job because they hiring, and she'll put in a good word for me. It's like, shorty, you don't even know me. You dig what I'm saying? You do not know me, and you don't even know if I'm a good worker. And I'm talking about, she was like in her 50s. She was a older lady. She was like in her, like, I'm gonna say about mid 50s, and just talking, just telling me everything. Like, why do y'all do that though? Why do you
But
feel like you have to go, like, somebody that you don't even know? Like, you sitting over here telling this man all of your business and telling him about this house and stuff like that. What is that about?
bro, that's you are eye candy to her, and basically that was angle. As you was talking, I heard the word angle. I'm gonna get an angle to get in there because it's this thing. Well, it's cougar. Well, the younger get with the older, the older get with the younger, vice versa. Things of that nature. Let me teach them. Oh, I don't knock it. I'm in between. Whatever it is, it is what it is. But basically, she was trying to lure you in. You know what I'm saying? Women do the same thing. I'm just saying.
They on the hunt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They on the hunt. But I'm just saying, it's like, so we always try to put it on a scale, and we always try to make it seem like, because the first thing they'll say is like all men are dogs, all men cheat, cheat, cheat.
Which is
That's
a
what
lie.
they say. But at the end of the day, a lot of times y'all start off with the emotional cheating. You go and start telling people your business and start telling everything that's going on in this house and bringing up all kind of stuff that you ain't got no business telling people. Now,
you know what?
Mhm.
What I
Mhm.
think a lot of that ends up being is
Judy
just a
said she might
matter.
just be being nice.
Well, and
But I
it's
didn't tell you some
also
of the other stuff about being nice
yeah,
is the
but it's
biggest
also a
misconception
lot
of
of
flirting.
the
I could
of
have said
the
some other stuff too, but I
So,
didn't say. Go ahead, G
so,
Nice.
yeah,
Let me,
but
go
no,
ahead, G Nice.
it's a lot of that has a lot to do with just a sounding board as well, right?
Right,
I mean, overall, man, yeah, okay, we'll be like, yeah, we'll listen and we will, but you're gonna lose us after a few extra words, right?
right.
I don't want to know somebody's whole name and I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that. Get to the point of your story, and then we can deal with it. Don't telling me what you had for breakfast that day or how much traffic was at the light, because I'm just gonna stop listening to you. But a dude that's sometimes um, on that other side of it, he gonna let her talk because he got another mission that he on with it, right? And so he just considered that to be like, you know, part of the game of getting there. Like, all right, I gotta let her ramble about shit I do not care about because the end game is somewhere else. But you
mm,
might not get that at home, right? I mean, you just like, yo, come on now, stop doing it. I mean, I know I'm horrible at it. I mean, I've always so. I mean, I'm like, yo, get to the point. You about to lose me. Like, I
But
mean,
but
about just random stories, right?
okay,
You
so
know, it's
let
like,
me
come on now.
let me give you a little bit more example because the people on the sideline, they was just like Judy was saying, she might just try to be nice. Being nice is the biggest misconception for flirting. No, what was happening, Judy? She went into this little spiel about she had been into a she just got out of a toxic relationship, and so because and the only thing we was talking about, like like how many days do you go to the gym? You know what I'm saying? Now vice versa, you start saying like try to get it like 4 or 5 days in. Then how many days you do this and that? Oh, well, I got all the time in the world now because I just got out of a toxic relationship. I was in a relationship for like 13 years. And it's just like you went there and I didn't even ask you for that. You dig what I'm saying? And so I should have said that, but I didn't want to say that, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to shame, but I'm just saying, the conversation escalated and you told me some stuff that I don't think that I should have, you know what I mean? I would have told nobody. You dig what I'm saying? I just met you in the gym. You dig what I'm saying? And now you've been in this toxic relationship and you free now. And so you back trying to get it together. And it's like, okay, and do you need a job? And so where you work at? I work at this is when I was at Sterilite. And so that's how that was going. And so, yeah, but I get it. I can understand like when a lady is flirting and stuff like that, vice versa. Of and who's to say that dude could have probably still been living with her? You dig what I'm saying? And she could have probably just been in the gym, but she might have been just telling me that, just trying to see what I was gonna say or what I was gonna go. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I just thought that it was weird, and I felt like that they do that. Like women do tell their business, like you said, a soundboard. They want somebody to hear something emotionally, stressed out, and need somebody to listen. I don't know. Do all y'all ladies feel like y'all do that? Who do you confide in, sis? I know you got Salisa, so do y'all just talk to each other? Like you confide in
Yeah,
like your friend?
yeah. My sister, my mom, and my bestie in Alabama.
Right,
It's very. I don't deal with a whole lot of people like that as far as telling my business to. I had to get wiser and learn who I could say things to and when, because everybody is not for me and I'm not for everybody, and everybody can handle probably, good value person, but they can't handle my trash because I'm still flawed. You know what I mean? I'm still a work
right.
in progress. So not everybody can handle every detail about my life. So I don't even try to
Yeah,
tell it. You know what I mean? I know
yeah,
who I can trust and I know who I can't.
right. You do. Hey, but you know what? I think that is so spot on because, and if I can give that to anybody out there, as far as like ladies, I think you said it too, like G Nice, like Imma lose interest if like, say, if you trying to talk to me about what another man, you know what I mean? What they did, you dig what I'm saying? And it could be like that, and I understand that it's an emotional thing. Now, if we trying to get to know each other and then you get relaxed and you open up and now we figuring each other out, you give me a little bit of your back history, you let me know where you from, I'm letting you know where I'm
Oh
from, what
yeah,
I've been dealing with,
yeah,
that's a different story. But
right.
if you come off trying to tell somebody, about your household and stuff like that, I don't think you should do that because
No, it
if
shouldn't
you
be
ain't
done for sure. It
yeah,
shouldn't be
because
done, but that's how it ends up being, right?
right,
And that ends
Mhm.
up being exactly the problem because the dude gonna entertain that, right? The new dude
one dude
gonna
is
yeah, well,
yeah.
the dude that is being told that he gonna entertain it, right?
Right.
He ain't been to
Mhm.
the pleasure patch, right? So that's what he on at that point. So he gonna entertain it. He gonna nod and he gonna agree and he gonna tell him, dang, that's crazy.
He gonna tell you everything you want to
All
hear.
those things, right?
Listen,
Yeah,
he finna tell you
every
everything you want to
single
hear.
thing. And so when
Right.
you talk about the emotional aspect of it, that's just being a sounding board, right? I just
True.
want to all everything that is in my head to it, and you are someone that's sitting here and willing to listen to it. So then
Mhm.
that bond keeps coming, but he's listening with a purpose, right? He ain't listening
Mhm.
because he give a damn. He listening because he wanted the pleasure patch, right? That's what he
Mhm.
Is that
want.
what you call it?
Mark, thinking,
Hey,
wow,
oh, it's the pleasure patch.
never
The
heard it
pleasure
put like
patch.
that. I like that.
what? What
Straight.
is the pleasure patch?
We know
Well,
what
I
the
know, I
pleasure
know
patch
what it
is.
means.
The
Yeah.
pleasure patch.
Hey,
Hey, local
Straight
Los,
up.
you hear that? The pleasure patch. Dang.
Hey.
interesting. I like what Nicole said. She said discernment.
Oh yeah, and you got to have a spirit of
It's
mystery.
very key.
Got
You
to.
have got to really watch people, not only about what they say, what they don't say. You need to be able to look at their body language and be able to gauge. Okay, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Some people could have avoided a lot of things if they would just pay attention. If you get quiet and listen to people and watch them, you learn a whole lot about them without asking them one question at all.
Man,
They'll
listen to
spill it at some point.
man. I'm trying to tell you, man. I love to see like pictures of people, body language, and stuff like that. Cause I
Yeah.
pray for discernment. I would like facial feature. I just need to see because certain things, you know what I mean. They say stuff to me. I don't know, and I feel you on that one though. I thought I was crazy for doing that because I man, listen. The discernment thing is so real for me now because I am not trying to, you know what I mean, get myself in no situation where I'm just, you know what I mean, just stupid and I done wasted a bunch of time. I ain't got no more time to waste, man. So I'm trying to make, you know what I mean, everything. And I already like I'm like you. I got some flaws and some scars. I ain't got it all the way together, man. So I try to be super
Hey.
cool. You dig what I'm saying?
You got to
So,
start talking in riddles, man.
so you gotta start talking in riddles.
Yeah.
Oh man. I tell you this. Now listen to this. Um, they said, what about we're gonna do this last one, anxious attachment. And what that means is that the woman is insecure about herself, and so that she sleeps with other people who make her feel like she's special. I, I've seen that. I've seen that happen. You dig what I'm saying? And you know, what do you think about that? Give me your intake on that, sis.
Um. Okay, G Nice, got a question. Do you have a daughter? Do you have a
Yes.
daughter? You do.
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
you got a daughter?
I got two of them,
So,
three,
Okay.
three.
yeah,
So
three.
you
Three here.
Yeah.
so you guys
Nice,
are
right?
you guys are
What?
present in y'all's daughters' lives, correct?
Yeah.
How on a scale of 1 to 10, how would y'all gauge and say if they will fall for a guy's BS which y'all having y'all in their lives?
Okay, now give me an example because I
Without
need to
or with?
yeah, I didn't hear the
Without.
last part. What was the last part, sis?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are y'all daughters to fall for a guy's BS on the scale of 1 to 10 with y'all being in their lives?
Um, I think they got a lot of knowledge. You dig what I'm especially Nubia. You dig what I'm saying? Now Wizzy only 19. She be running around and trying to hide her little boyfriends from me. She don't want me to meet them because she know I'm asking them a gang of questions and stuff like that. But Nubia, she probably damn near like me. You dig what I'm saying? And like I was just talking to her little dude last night. We cracking jokes and stuff on the phone. But yeah, I think her discernment is a lot better. You dig what I'm saying? Just to fall for somebody just playing games and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I just came home, so that's one of the things that I hate is that I missed that big gap. You dig what I'm saying? I missed that big gap from being in their life, and so now they at this age of 19, and then one is 30, and it's like I should have been there so I can meet these dudes, so you can understand what I go for and what I don't stand for. You dig what I'm saying? And so yeah, but they know, you know what I mean, from my
Yeah.
actions and from our conversation.
I think I would have to say, and there's a reason why I give this number. I'm just going to say a solid five. And the reason why I give that number is because everybody got to bump their head. They got to bump their head. It's a matter of later on you drawing on the previous information that you've been given and seeing, like, okay, I mean, I am all about my I told you so rights. I hate to have to say it, but I will. I will use my I told you so rights. Right. So I think that that number can go up after
Hmm.
people have individual experiences of their own. And then they
Right.
start seeing that the knowledge was actually there
Right.
previously. And then they can start utilizing it. Right. It's all about tapping into it because everybody keeps it in the back of their head until
Gotcha.
they
So
start seeing that it's solid. So,
yep.
yeah.
And I
So
agree with that.
I, I was asking because with girls, fathers affirm who they are.
Hmm.
Not that I had that when I was coming up. Like Gina I said, I had to bump my head so many times. And what I did at some point in my life, I looked into men because I used to have this thing with older men. And I looked to them as what I didn't get from my father. And
Hmm.
boy, go through the ringer for it. I did. And one of those, bro, what I was telling you, one of the other segments, I said, God, if you ever get me out of this, I promise you I won't go. But it took me 4 years, and he literally, I used to get beat. You know what I mean? I'm just 21 years old. I'm a baby, just looking for a father figure, and fell into the wrong arms and things of that nature. So I'm saying that fathers affirm who their children are, but especially though I'm not saying that one is greater than the other, but especially when it comes to from a man's perspective on, okay, this is what you look for, this is what you accept and what you don't accept, to give us, the ground rules, and give us that foundation to let us know, hey, you don't have to put up with that because I love you. I'm your father. I'm showing you how you need to be respected. Chivalry still is. I'll open the door for you. And this is what you look for in that, not to someone that impress you, impress you with that, but to have those morals and those values and stuff so they can respect you the way that you need to be respected.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said that. And like I said, it took me the five, the two, the three. It took me to bump my head so many times. And finally I had to say, you know what, God, hey, I need some help here. So
Right.
help me to not make the same decisions and help me to get out of this cycle because I have children,
Right.
and I have to put in them what wasn't, even if I didn't get it, I had to put
Yeah.
in them what I didn't get, but what I had to learn on my own to get
Yeah.
it. So yeah, fathers are very important. And again, I just want to salute, all you kings out there that's, raising your children, and doing what you need to do, because I just believe that, we can bridge the gap. These dialogues here can help bridge the gap between the men and women, the necessary conversation, so we can cut down on all this foolishness.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're gonna keep, our numbers gonna keep changing, and our children's ages is gonna keep going up, and it's like they will be the future, whatever that sphere of influence that they're in, and we have to teach them better. Every generation should get better. We shouldn't want them to do the same thing. Not that we don't want them to learn lessons, because everybody got their own process. But what I'm saying is, if we can get a handle on this with the men and women, and not say that we are one is the enemy, but let's normalize getting healed. My goodness, canceling
Okay.
is not for crazy people.
Now listen to
Get
this.
yourself
I think
healed.
I
Okay, so
also
check
think
this out.
though
Go
that
ahead.
I also think that there's a lot to be said about guys with younger
Mhm.
sisters, right? I
Right.
mean, that as well. They're of course going to be closer in age to you, and
Hmm.
you have a responsibility there to be able to provide that guidance as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
to try
Yes.
to
Yes,
break
sir.
that up.
Right.
Yeah,
Now listen to this. Judy was saying, she says that could be a lot of underlying issues. And she was talking about what we was just rapping about. She says most of it stems from trauma. I've seen my
Yes.
friends go through it. And and that's one of the things that's hard. That you one of the reasons why I really wanted to have one of these conversations though too is because guys, y'all gotta be aware of that sometimes you can have a lady that's in your life, and because of something she went through in her past, she might not, her self-esteem might be not be up there where it's supposed to be. And as a protector, you supposed to like protect her and make her feel like, you know what I mean, like you want her, like she's deserving, like she's everything that you want. It's up to you to make her feel like that. And when y'all say heal, that's so, man, that's one of the realest
Mhm.
things, man, out here, that a lot of
Mhm.
people got to start healing, man, because it's a lot going on and you never know where it come from or how it took place or what took place. But yeah, I think that's real. And so um I think we should do, I'm gonna try to figure out a way to do a part three, but I want to figure out how we're gonna take it, because you brought up some things that I think was very important. But
sure.
I think we all agree. K Dot was on here and he said that it's already been, it's a scientific fact that women cheat. Women are better cheaters, and women cheat more than men do. And Kay, still, I think your daughters is not going because they know you got a gun. They don't want to see their dad go to jail, so they just say they ain't
Hey,
going for none of it. They don't want you to go to jail. You dig
hey,
what I'm saying? Because you gonna
hey,
come through and try to beat
Pook,
something up or shoot
nah,
something.
Pook will
That's
show
Pook.
you on a Pook will show you on the podcast
Yeah,
that he's strapped.
yeah. He'll go pull the pistol out right here
Uh-huh.
on TV. You
Uh-huh.
can't put that on Facebook
He
still.
will. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He will. In the middle eating his dinner.
Right. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I mean, we done almost did like an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah,
And so I'm
it
gonna
was
let y'all do
solid.
what y'all
It was
gotta do.
solid.
I gotta do some haircut. Sis, tell your friend, man, we would love to have her as a guest, man. You dig what I'm
Yes,
saying? So
sir.
tell her
Definitely.
that we
Before
want to
schedule.
have her as a guest, and we're gonna talk about some more stuff like that.
Solid conversation.
Loco Los was supposed to be on here, but I don't know. And hopefully we're gonna get
Thank
back on track with the ball head nuts. But thank you, sis.
Yes,
I'll
yes,
chop it up
man.
with you in a minute,
Hey,
okay?
fam.
Yes,
Thank you for
sir.
coming, fam.
Love you.
Yes, sir. Love you too.
All right.
Bye.
Absolutely.
Okay, so G Nice, we got to
Mhm.
figure it out on what we're gonna do with the
Yeah.
ball head nuts, and then I'm gonna fish a couple of ideas just off of what she was talking about because
Mhm.
it's so much way more we can go with that. But we'll
For
try to do
sure.
something up for the ball head nuts. Oh man, I'm glad
Absolutely.
you reminded me. It's gonna be a short week, man. So we'll keep in tune, especially on the playlist. You thought any more about coming down for Christmas, or you don't know yet?
I'm honestly not sure yet. I know I'm not moving that way for Thanksgiving, but I
Okay,
don't know. It's still up there. It's
all
still
right.
up in
Well,
the
listen,
air.
man, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna close the show out, but I'm gonna holler at y'all, man, and me and you'll get together for the ball head nuts.
Absolutely.
Love, my dude.
All right. Love.
Okay, so check this out. Um, basically, uh, she don't condone in cheating, and I think if I can give you anything, I think that would be the best way to do it. You dig what I'm saying? You see what she said. If she felt like she wanted to step out on a dude, she would just go ahead and tell the dude, "Let's take a break," so she can go ahead and just do what she wanted to do. And like right now, that's the kind of truth that I like to live in. It's just like you know, um, be honest, because this is the thing. If you tell a person how you feel or how you gonna listen, okay, this is how it is, this is what I'm doing, this is what I want, you can either agree with me or you can get on away from around me. You dig what I'm saying? It's either one of the two. We can't even do it no difference. But if I give you the honest me, then I get your honest opinion, your honest response. And so now I know where it is. Okay, listen, this is what I do, and most of the times I try to let people know, man, my life is so hectic, my life is so busy, I can't multitask in my mind, so that's gonna be a problem. I might tell you I'm gonna call you back, and you might not hear from me. You did when, and it's just like some things that I'm working on with myself. But I give you all of this up front, so there is no misconception, there's no misunderstanding about who you dealing with and what you dealing with. I tell you, man, if you be honest with people, what's wrong with being honest? Ain't nobody on this planet you got to be scared to tell the truth. For what can they do to you? Only person I'm scared of is the Lord. You dig what I'm saying? Let him pull up. You dig what I'm saying? I want to be in the right standards with the Father. So when the Lord come back, man, I'm out of here with the rapture, with everybody else. You dig what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't care nothing about telling people what I mean, how I feel, what I think. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not disrespectful, long as I'm not rude. Listen, I can give you my truth and you can accept it or you can't accept it. The biggest reason why I really wanted to talk about this though is because she said this too. In they family, you know how dysfunctional it got. They had a cousin, man, and I don't really know the backstory, so I ain't gonna tell the whole story. But she got murdered. You know what I mean? And I know she had a jealous boyfriend. You dig what I'm saying? Who thought that she was cheating and doing all types of stuff, but she got murdered. You dig what I'm saying? And so she know up close and personal how serious this thing can get when people step out on each other and they do this and that. And sometimes, man, you thinking that you just out and you having you some fun, and what if your girl, is really hurting from something inside and you didn't know she was hurting inside? And she go over there to that chick's house and she pull out a knife or she pull out a gun and stab somebody or kill somebody. Now somebody hurt. Or what if she do something bad to herself in front of y'all kids? Y'all got kids. And now that you done brung this infidelity into this house, this lying and this cheating, and you don't want to be honest, you don't want to be real, this is what can happen. And ladies, y'all just as guilty as us. You dig what I'm saying? It's a proven fact that y'all cheat better than us. Y'all smarter at it. You dig what I'm saying? And y'all try to hurt in the gut. You dig what I'm saying? And so whether it's from retaliation or whether it's from a dude being a jive turkey on you first and you trying to get him back, it ain't cool on nobody end. You dig what I'm saying? Especially when you got little kids involved. Man, that ain't what's happening. Because you're gonna show them some bad influences, or you're gonna show them some bad decisions that you making, and it's gonna grow with them, and they're gonna wake up. I mean, they're gonna grow up and they're gonna go out into this world, and this is what they're gonna wind up getting themselves into. And so now this cycle just repeats itself. And so while we seeing this generation that's so lost, that we think is so lost, that's because we was lost. You know what I'm saying? All that, the crack kings, the D boys being locked up in prison, we wasn't there for our sons. You dig what I'm saying? We wasn't there for our daughters. We wasn't there taking care of our kids because we was in prison. We was gang banging. So a lot of us is dead and a lot of us is locked up for life. And so now look at our generation. And I'm telling you, it hurts because, boy, my grandson is a thorn in the flesh, but I love him. You know what I mean? That's my dude. And, but we got to get back and we got to try to give something. We got to give somebody something. Fellas, you got to do a better effort at protecting your woman. You dig what I'm saying? Because, like she said, what if the shorty you dealing with is traumatized about something that was going on in her life? What if kids in school picked with her? What if she had a sister that picked with her? Her sister looked a certain way and maybe she was chubby, so her sister called her ugly, or her mama paid more attention to the sister. You just don't never know what a person is going through. But then you put this person in your life like you love them, and then you damage them. You dig what I'm saying? Stop doing that. Don't bring people in your life, man, if you don't mean them no good. If you ain't gonna bring something to the table to make that person a better person, or if you see that this person can't make you a better person, I'm out the way. I'm gonna get out the way. I ain't gonna even front me. I'm out the way. I'm gonna get on out the way. So listen, man, I love y'all. We're gonna figure this out. What we're gonna do like next week. We're gonna try to do something to bring it up about, maybe like healing, and we're gonna talk about some more stuff, man. This is the bare truth. I love y'all. Peace. There it is.